Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a very much requested video for you all, and it's all about how I wash my makeup brushes. So I'm just showing you guys my brushes beforehand, and it's pretty dirty, and these are actually my client brushes. And of course the after is here, and this is after I have washed and disinfected my brushes, and they're good to be used again. They're almost brand new. So I'm basically going to be showing you guys the products that I use and the process of me washing the brushes. So the two main things that I use when washing my brushes is Johnson Baby shampoo and Surgical Spirit. And I think Surgical Spirit in the state is called rubbing alcohol. But basically the Surgical Spirit is to disinfect the brush, while the shampoo of course is to wash the brush. And then after every third to fourth wash, I like to go in with just a splash of olive oil to kind of like condition the brushes. But I don't do this all the time. I only do this after every third to fourth wash. And that's pretty much it, guys. So the first thing I do is I squeeze some of the baby shampoo onto a plate just to make things easier for me. And then next I'm going to take some of the Surgical Spirit, and I only use like a capful of this. A little goes a long way, and this really is just for the purpose of disinfecting. And I basically pour this onto the shampoo, and then last but not least I use literally just a tiny little bit of olive oil, and I pour this into the mixture, and I just mix everything together, and that's it. It's ready to be used. So before I wash my brushes, I like to have everything kind of like aligned to the side, from big brushes to small brushes to beauty blender, just to make my life much easier when I'm about to wash it. And I'm going to start with the bigger brushes, and as you guys can see, the brush is pretty dirty, so I just dab the brush into the mixture. And then, oh yeah guys, I forgot to tell you about this thing I'm using to wash it. So this is actually like a tester for a palm thing, a brush palm glove that was sent to me, but I never got onto buying the actual glove, so I just used this. But basically I just swirl the brushes back and forth, and I keep washing until I'm satisfied, until everything is clean and there's no more foundation seeping out of the brush. And I'm just showing you guys how I do the next one. Like, it's back and forth, swirly motions until your brush is clean. Basically the video is pretty self-explanatory. So onto the foundation brush, and this is probably the brush that I find myself like scrubbing the most, because foundation, it sink right into the bristles. But I just go back and forth, pretty much the same thing, circular motions, backward, forwards, until I get all the foundation squeezed out and I'm satisfied. And yes, that's pretty much it, guys. So now onto the smaller brushes. I like to pack like, I don't know, 5 or 7 brushes in a go, because I'm not about washing them one by one. And basically I do the same thing, guys. I go back and forth, swirly motions, like as you guys can see. And at this point, my silly friend decides to put her hand in my video to distract me. And guys, I tried getting her out, but she wouldn't leave me alone. And then she realized her hands were so ashy and she decided to run away from the video. But she's a clown, y'all. So, and I do the same thing. I just go back and forth and I squeeze all the foundation out. And now I'm rinsing the brushes, and I'm just showing you guys how I rinse them. So I just run the brushes under the tap a few times, and I keep squeezing until I get all the soap out. And I try to squeeze as much as I can to get all the water out of the bristles. So onto my beauty blender, I use this beauty blender liquid, or I use the solid, and it's just to wash it. And I prefer to use the liquid because it's just easier to squeeze out. So I put some of this onto the blender, and I run the blender under the tap, and I just kind of squeeze. Like, I keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing until all the foundation or concealer on the blender is out. And that's pretty much it. The blenders are like the easiest thing to wash. So I just thought I'd do a voiceover, but this video is pretty self-explanatory, and that's it, guys. And I'm just going to show you guys how the blender looks when it's cleaned. I hope you all find this video helpful. I hope you'll enjoy the video, and I'll see you all in my next video.